Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for a fabulous Friday. Okay, as we continue to go through, I am still doing more Black history. Here's Bowie State University in Maryland and the HBCU, one of two HBCUs that one of our daughters graduated from. But speaking about Maryland and Bowie University, back in that area on the East Coast, if you have not had an opportunity, if you have not made the opportunity to get to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, it's one of 19 museums that are part of the Smithsonian, always free. Okay, if you didn't know that getting into any of the Smithsonians were free, they're all free to attend. And this particular one, I've had the privilege and made the time to go at least 4 or 5 times, but it's always new. You're ever learning. And you're talking about a compilation of our history pre stepping on these shores. But anyway, one of the things I pick up while I was there on one of the visits was their small souvenir book, and it's just in pictures of some of our history. And I'm so passionate about learning more of our history because again, if we're just tiptoeing through the tulips in here in America, you will not believe the strength and the courage that flows through the veins. Mass media and governmental bodies and agencies would have us believe a certain thing about ourselves, which is neither true nor complimentary, um, nor historically correct. They would have us believe that we are not able to do any more, and we are segregated to a certain lifestyle. But when you know your history, I'm telling you, I've said that you know the little saying, it will put a rod in your back, meaning that you walk with a certain air, you walk with more dignity. You must make time to get to the National Museum of African American History and Culture. I just wanted to point out a couple of things because unless you know it, you'll believe a certain thing. Speaking about Harriet Tubman, this is the strength of the people that we come from. It's in our lineage, it's in our bloodlines. Harriet Tubman, though she was born a slave, escaped to the North. She made 13, 14 trips back to bring people out of slavery successfully, never losing one. During the Civil War, she led a raid that freed hundreds. As a matter of fact, hundreds, like 700 enslaved people. But she was Britain's Queen Victoria so admired Harriet Tubman's audacity and dedication to freedom that she sent Harriet Tubman a silk and lace shawl from the Queen. Okay, if you actually make it to the museum, they have the actual shawl on display. The Queen of England, and I'm telling you, so from that strength, it's in our bloodlines. Just walking through one of the several floors in the museum, there's this whole section dedicated to civil rights. And again, if you don't know and you just tiptoeing through life, you think that what is currently has always been, so you don't quite get um the voting rights and why they're so fervent and why do we have to continue to. Okay, you don't get that, but what is currently has not always been, and if we blink we will not have it. I'm looking at an advertisement that was in rural Louisiana, and it was a medical clinic, And they staggered the days for blacks and, well, coloreds. We were colored back then. Um, they staggered the days where white patients and colored patients would be serviced so they would not have to cross each other. On Mondays, colored people could get the OBGYN services. On Tuesdays, only the white folks could go in there. On Thursdays, surgery, if you were white and you needed surgery, you could go in the morning. If you were colored, you had to wait till the afternoon. I mean, we've come a long way. We've got a long way to go. And I just want to encourage you, if you haven't made time to get to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, it opened September of 16. As a matter of fact, I know that because that's when I started doing a live. I was bootlegging, I was bootlegging the opening ceremonies. So much of our culture has been captured within that Smithsonian Institute. And so I'm going to encourage you. You can even get online. Say you cannot get to DC. Go online to their site and walk through. It's just a tremendous, tremendous effort to preserve and educate. Okay. We're going to continue trouncing through the month, highlighting nuggets from the diaspora for our history and our current. I'll see you Monday morning, 5:30 a.m. Pacific for us early birds. In the meantime, take real good care of yourselves.